Hiya sexy biscuits and welcome into Mafia 3. I wanted to make a video on this because I wanted to discuss this game. Every time that Mafia is brought up on the channel, people say that Mafia 3 is the worst. So I wanted to discuss that and my thoughts on the game. I don't think it's 100% right to say that this game is bad. I think most of the negatives come from the fact that this is of course related to Mafia. And comparing this to Mafia 1 and 2, unfortunately Mafia 3 doesn't stand up. But I don't think it's a bad game. This game has quite a few positives. And I wanted to go through some of those, as well as some of the negatives that you guys have mentioned before. I always like to take a look at games from all different angles. First things first, world detail is amazing. Hangar 13 definitely knows how to make an interesting world. There is an awful lot of detail here. For instance, we're currently in a graveyard and we can see that it says Felix Allard Tolbert died August 25th, 1941, and there's even more detail here if you look for it. And all of these are different. Now, of course, no one is going to be coming here and looking at these different names. And I will be honest, this is not without fault. Here we have Oliver Parvana Marvanek, and here we also have Oliver Parvana Marvanek, and also here. So yeah, obviously there are some limitations here, but I think it is pretty damn nice. Even this one, if you look closely, says in the memory of, and all of it's rubbed out because I'm guessing this is a very old gravestone. Mafia 3 is definitely a game that you can just walk around and explore. So for instance, here we have a newsstand, and you guys can see there's all different newspapers on here. There's a boxing match that's going to be happening, and I really like that. I think that's really, really cool. Mafia Definitive Edition definitely does quite a lot of these similar things. You will see pedestrians getting into parked cars and driving off after working. Hello there.
How you doing?
Also, as you saw there, Lincoln actually responded to a pedestrian. Now, there is no button to interact with pedestrians, but they can sometimes say, hey, how's it going? And there's also some other moments in certain areas where people will ask why you're there. Because this game definitely takes a look at race, and I think it does it very, very well. There is an awful lot of prejudice, and I think this game absolutely nails that on the head. Hangar 13 could have completely negated that. One thing I see about other games is developers kind of hiding away from certain topics, but Hangar 13 didn't do that.
That no one else can understand.
I also like that you can actually hear the pedestrians having conversations. That's really, really cool. So it's becoming nighttime now. I still think this game looks quite good. There's definitely some issues in terms of skyboxes. The clouds just don't look right, and also reflections are very, very odd. But if I was to step into this bar here, we can see the indoor lighting, and I think it looks really, really nice. You can actually see a little bit of a haze underneath this pool light. I really, really like that. There is definitely love that's gone into this. So we've got some other things here. We've got some different bands that are happening. Savoy, we've got Dink, we've got Leon Toussaint. I also love that buildings actually have interiors. So of course you can't go in here, but you can actually look inside. Now even in Mafia Definitive Edition, that doesn't seem to be the case. There's actually quite a lot of detail in interiors, which I really, really like. So we've got some stuff here. We've got some suds. I'm guessing that this is kind of a grocery store. Got some stuff in there. Got liquor and tobaccos. I can actually come in here and explore. Now, there's not really much point in doing this, but of course you can rob the cash machine, so we're going to do that. Normally in open worlds, you see quite a lot of the exteriors of buildings kind of copy and pasted, but that doesn't really seem to be the case here as much as in other open world games. I'm going to break into this car here. Now, the only thing is, of course, they're going to call the police. So that lady there has just called the police on me. So what I'm going to do is drive away from here.
I'm being stolen in the hollow. If there's a unit in the area, maybe stop over and see what's going on.
Okay, so I'm going to drive out of the police area because the police will actually set up a boundary where you were last seen. And that's realistic, so they'll be currently searching that area. But the fact that we're now out of that means that this will be a lot easier. Another big positive in this game is the driving mechanics. Yeah, this game really does love its massive V8s, so you can get these things to go around corners really, really nicely. Another benefit here is the fact that you do have simulation handling if you want to, and I definitely recommend it. That basically means that cars will slide out a lot more realistically. Another interesting gameplay thing they have here is the option for lethal or non-lethal takedowns, because you're going to be doing a lot of takedowns in this game, and I like that they give you almost the option to do a no-kill run. Yeah, I gotta admit, I do love the driving in this game, and that's definitely carried over to Mafia Definitive Edition in that aspect.
Abandon search and return to patrol.
I really like this era anyway, so obviously I'm a little bit biased in terms of the cars and the setting, but this new Bordeaux setting I really do enjoy. So slowly driving down this side of the road here, we've got some shop interiors that are actually lit, which is really nice, even though they're closed. So there's this electronics store here, if I was to hop out here. And yeah, you can actually see inside this building. There's no reason for that, it's just added detail that immerses you in the world. And that was what Mafia was all about. It was all about the immersion and the detail. So in that aspect, I think that this holds true. Sure, it's not as interactive as Mafia 1 and 2 was, but this world definitely does have merit. But unfortunately, the game does fall flat on its face when it comes to mission structure, and this is something that I do definitely agree with. Now, unfortunately, I'm not really at a point where I've got a ton of side things to do. But generally, how this game works is that they will say, there is a big boss that you need to take down to get closer to the main enemy. To get to that person, you need to take down 5 or 6 different things. And that copy and paste itself all throughout the game, and it's not very good. It feels like padding, and I completely agree when people say that. You have to do 5 or 6 of the same side mission to be able to get to a main mission, and sometimes they'll even reuse the same locations. So currently we've got this live music center here. This is one of the first places you take out. You have to come here and clear it out twice. I liked Mafia 1 and 2's mission structure because in that game you went from mission to mission and it felt cohesive. Of course, you could drive around freely in the open world, but I think one of the biggest negatives that was thrown at those games was that there was nothing really to do in that open world. And Mafia 3 tried to fix that, but unfortunately I think they went a little bit too far in the other direction. Now, I have been told that there is a mod that basically lets you go from mission to mission. So if you're on PC, I'd highly recommend that if you just want to play through the story. Because from what I've played, the story is good, plus you actually have Vito come back.
This man's name is Jesse. We were just having ourselves a little conversation about Richie Doucet.
Listen, I ain't done nothing, you hear? I don't know anything. I was just taking a walking down the street and she just grabbed me is all.
You with Dixie Mafia?
No. Yes. I mean, shit. I did it for the money, you hear? I ain't got nothing personal against y'all. I don't even carry a gun.
Where's Doucet?
He's out at the abandoned amusement park to the west of here.
Banned Saturdays. What the hell is he doing out there?
From what I heard, it's because you've been tearing things up. Georgie's on a goddamn warpath. He wants Richie dead. So Richie, he grabbed what was left of the heroin and took off. Said he was gonna lay low until he could settle things with Georgie.
How many men he got with him?
Hell, I don't know. All of them.
Hand me that knife.
No, please. No, I ain't done nothing to y'all. Please, I'm begging you. My mom, shit.
Go on, get.
That run was amazing. Now, personally, I think that cutscene looked really good. Graphically, I think this game is amazing. The main bad of this game is Mr. Marcano, and you will have to take down his rackets, and that's what I was talking about earlier. Now, this game does give you the option to change outfits, and we've got quite a few different ones here. We've got Full Metal 2. Now, this, of course, is the definitive edition, so it comes with every single piece of DLC. We've got some formal suits here, they're quite nice. But we've also got the Classico, which is Vito's suit from Mafia 2 Definitive Edition. And as well as that, we've also got Tommy Angelo's pinstripe suit from Mafia 1 Definitive Edition. Now, this isn't available right now for people, but it will be available on the 25th of September. The only reason I have it is because I played the preview build of Mafia Definitive Edition. We've even got Vito's leather jacket from Mafia 2. So I'm going to put that on. Let's wear this for a bit. And I think the last thing I wanted to kind of show was the combat, and I do have some issues with it, and we'll get to that when we get there. Something that they did take out was the speed limiter. There is no speed limiter in this game, unfortunately. Although a nice thing is if you turn the steering and turn the engine off and get out, the steering stays in the right place. I really wish more video games did that, because it's really cool attention to detail. So this is very, very early, because I didn't really want to show you any spoilers. But I'm hoping this video kind of gives you an idea of what this game's all about if you've never played it for yourself. I quite like that. So basically, most missions have a set time and day. So what the game will do, it will actually speed up to the point that it needs to be at, and I really quite like that. There's a lot of stealth in Mafia 3, and I really do like that awesome detail there with the shadow that's cast on the wall by the light. I don't really remember a game doing that since the original BioShock. Okay, so let's come behind this guy and take him out here. Okay. Now, I think I've got it set to non-lethal. In theory, we could take this sniper rifle and take out everyone that's down here. But what I'm going to do is kind of scope out the area and jump down. Now, unlike something like Far Cry, there is no tagging, thankfully. I do like not exactly knowing where everyone is because it keeps it more tense. Also, if we were to cause noise right now, they'd end up getting backup. So it's probably not a good idea me doing anything right now. So I'm going to drop down here and move to a better position. In terms of stealth and cover mechanics, it works really well. Is this what Mafia is all about? Probably not. I think they focus a bit too heavily on the stealth in this game, and I think this kind of leads into the repetition that people talk about. But if you're playing it for the first time, I don't think this is bad at all. So we got a guy there. Now I could whistle, which is quite a nice option to have here. So I'm going to move behind here and whistle. Now one of those guys is going to step over here, and I can then take them out. Now, you can abuse this. You can literally just stand there, hide, whistle, grab someone, hide, whistle, and just keep doing it over and over again. But I'm not going to do that. And eventually they will find you if you do that. Okay, so there's this guy as well. Okay, let's wait for him to come over here.
Find something?
Oh,
Hello?
He's waiting for his other friend. That's quite clever. So he noticed his friend's gone missing, so he's got out his gun. I quite like that. That's nice. Now, of course, Mafia Definitive Edition has kind of taken on this gameplay style, and I don't really think that's right. Tommy definitely doesn't feel as accurate as Lincoln Clay does, but Lincoln Clay is a war vet, so it's a bit weird. I'm going to move this guy over here because we've got 3 guys over there that I want to be very careful with, because if we get into a fight right now, it's not going to be pretty. Okay, let's take this guy out, and I'm going to have to work out a way to split those guys up. I'm going to move up here. Now, it is giving me different options. We do have a 1938 trench gun here, but we also have this Matterson pistol. The guns in this game are okay. I really do love the shotgun, and I'm probably going to go loud in a minute because I don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to take these guys down silently here, unless I try and sneak around behind this area. Okay, so if I was to sneak here, move behind this truck, I might be able to get away with this. Now, the only problem is there's nowhere for me to move here. Unfortunately. I could probably try and get this guy to come around behind the truck. So let's try that. It's all about kind of working out the systems and playing it almost like a puzzle game at times. I've got someone coming to my right. That's not good. Got him. Right, pull him down. Now they've seen me. Okay, shotgun. Now, shotgun in this game is absolutely incredible. And people go bloody flying. Another thing is that your health does not regenerate, which is nice.
Georgie send you?
Thankfully, they kept the same thing in Mafia Definitive Edition as well.
Burn, boy!
I may have actually been able to blow that up. I didn't think about that. Okay, so we got a guy here kind of blind firing at me, so let's move up a second. I'm going to move over here and get behind some cover here because I don't want to be out in the open. Actually, there might be some stuff in here I might be able to nab. Yeah, here we go. So we've got some ammo, and we've got ourselves a sniper rifle in there if we needed it. Now, there are different collectibles as well dotted around the world, which are nice. I'm not doing well here health-wise. You can find health pickups in the world, but thankfully they aren't actually that abundant, which is good. It keeps everything tense, because you don't know where your next health pack's going to be. I think that's something that they actually overdid in Mafia Definitive Edition. They've added in health packs bloody everywhere. Okay, taking that guy out. Got ourselves some Molotov cocktails here. Let's get behind here and move up. Okay, we got a guy there. Right, taking him out. He's going to fall off. Nice. Yeah. You know what? This is good fun. If you have a shotgun, this is absolutely amazing. Pistols, unfortunately, feel quite weak, and I'll show you what I mean here. I've got a silencer on this, which makes them weaker, which isn't realistic. In theory, a silencer would actually make it slightly stronger, but that's what all video games do for some reason. So let's hide behind here, and we can probably take this guy out when he comes around the corner. So you can get headshots there, one-hit kill. Now, sometimes they'll actually stay alive like they do in the original Mafia, which is really nice. Let's move behind here. I need to keep moving. You never want to stay too still in this game. Yeah, took that guy out with a headshot. Nice. I want to show you the melee combat, because that's something that I actually quite like. It's a lot better than Mafia Definitive Edition from what I've played. Mafia Definitive Edition's combat's a little bit button mashy in terms of just hitting X 3 times. Okay, right. I might better get this guy. Here we go. So I don't know if you saw there, but I charged up my attack when I went for him. Now, basically what that does is if he was surrounded by enemies and I charged up my punch, my melee there, you see that? I kind of do a little charge up. If I hit him at exactly the right time when it's charging, it will do an ultimate finisher, which will basically make every enemy kind of back up and be like, what the hell? And that's a good opportunity to take out quite a few guys in a short amount of time. I mean, what I'm showing you right now is actually a really interesting level. I really love the design of this area. So this is probably the best I could show you in this game in terms of location. Right, take the health from in there. That's nice. We've got a couple of guys here. Let's stay low. Not good, not good. So I'm going to charge up, hit him. Yeah, you know what, it's quite fun. It is quite fun when you get a cool kill like that. I think you can also slide over car bonnets and do it as well, and it's really, really badass. Oh, crap move. Okay. Nice, took that guy down. Right.
Wait a second to read.
Move up. Nice. Okay, right, clear that area. But I think you do get the idea of melee in this game. You see that enemy there? He's kind of cowering a little bit. Oh, he hit me with a shotgun right in the bloody stomach. Yeah, I wouldn't have survived that. That was ridiculous. Anyway, I wanted to give you my impressions on Mafia 3 because I've been asked multiple times to make a video on this game. Now, I don't think it would work as a Let's Play. I may be able to use that mod, though. We could definitely see about that. But I really do think that this game gets a bad rap, and I don't think it's ultimately right. I think that a lot of people didn't end up buying Mafia 3 due to seeing what the game was like, and they never actually played it for themselves. And as the game is always on sale and only about £10 in stores, I do highly recommend getting your hands on a pre-owned copy and playing it for yourself. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. What did you think of Mafia 3? And until next time, that's me out. Bye, guys.
What's up?